Hello everybody, I'm Harrison. I'm currently in year 13 or upper 6 and it's October half term, so I thought I would do a study day today because it's like Wednesday of half term and I've not really done any studying yet. I've had a lovely like 4 or 5 days off. It's been great to just rest, but I'm gonna do a study day today just because I want to get a load of studying done at once. So if I don't do like a full day, then I know I'm just gonna like end up just not doing it. So here is me doing a hopefully productive study day.
The first thing I'm starting the day off with is some Chinese writing. So this half term we've been studying equal opportunity and equality in Chinese. So what I've done is our homework is to take the questions for the speaking exam that could come up for this topic and just basically write out answers for them. So as you can see on the left, I've got my iPad with the key text we've been working from and the vocab lists that we've been using this half term, and I'm just trying to hopefully write some nice sophisticated answers to the questions. Next up is maths. So for maths, what I basically have to do is just a A2 past paper, and our teacher selected some questions from the A2 stuff that we've done so far. I don't know about you if anybody else does maths, but oh my gosh, the jump between AS level maths and A2 level maths is like absolutely insane. Last year maths was okay, I didn't really struggle with it much. This year maths is driving me insane. I think these questions that I was doing weren't too bad. I managed to figure out most of them, but A2 maths is just not really my thing at the moment. After maths, I moved on to English literature. So one of the key texts we're doing is Paradise Lost, and we haven't actually started studying like the actual text yet. We're just doing background work. So I was feeling a bit lazy. We had to basically summarize Paradise Lost books 1 and 2. So I watched a YouTube video summary of it and then made notes based on that. Then I also think I used Schmoop, or I think the website was called, to help me write my summary. But yeah, not gonna lie, Paradise Lost doesn't seem really fun at the moment. I'm not very excited for it. If my English teacher is watching this, I'm really, really sorry. I'm sure I will engage with it more as we study it more, but at this stage, it's not really my favourite set text. So I just described how maths is making me obsessed at the moment and I'm finding the English set text boring, but not all hope is lost because I am actually enjoying most of my subjects and most of my studies still. So here I was doing some chemistry, and I think I was just basically taking the aldehydes and ketones booklet and making Quizlet notes and flashcards because our teacher's given us the aldehydes and ketones tests to do over the half term. So I'm going to make some flashcards, study those flashcards, and then take the test basically. I then took a break for lunch. I was going to film some lunch stuff, but I was too busy watching Glee during my lunch break that I just forgot to film anything, and it's probably for the best because Glee. After my lunch break, I did some more maths, so I was just finishing off that past paper that I was set with a really horrible binomial expansion question, which ended up taking me ages. I think it was like 8 marks or something, but it was just a horrible question. After that, I returned to my Chinese questions. So again, I was just writing the answers to these questions for the speaking exam. Sometimes people ask me why I break my studying up so much and just do half an hour sessions and do, just a rotation of the 4 subjects rather than just sitting down and doing, say, an hour for each subject. It's a good question. I have tried out both ways of doing it, and I just prefer breaking things down into half an hour slots and then splitting it up. So, doing one maths in the morning, one maths in the afternoon, one Chinese in the morning, one Chinese in the afternoon. I just find working in half an hour chunks is better because I start dropping off after like the half an hour mark. So it just keeps me actually engaged with what I'm doing. Otherwise, at like 40 minutes, I just can't be bothered with that subject anymore and I want to move on to something else. In the morning, I finished my chemistry Quizlet for aldehydes and ketones, so in the afternoon I did my Quizlet set for the other book that I need to learn over half term, which is carboxylic acids and derivatives. So again, I was going through and making Quizlet flashcards. The only thing that's annoying with organic chemistry is, usually for chemistry and for when I did sciences at GCSE, I just made Quizlet flashcards and I learned based off that. But with organic chemistry, there's just so many diagrams, like mechanisms you have to memorize, that Quizlet flashcards are not the be-all and end-all, and I have to also write mechanisms down as well. So it's just an extra step I have to go through, which is kind of annoying. But once you learn them, it's like easy mark points. So organic chemistry, mechanisms. I took quite a long break after that because I was eating dinner, and I think I practiced violin as well. But then finally, the one last thing I wanted to do that day was basically make quotations for the first chapter of Brideshead Revisited that I'd been studying in class. I think this was for the prologue basically. So I was just going through and I was making a quotation bank of the key quotations and what themes they come under. I'm trying to do quotation banks as I go along for English rather than making a quotation bank at the end, because I think it's less work to do at the end and it means that I keep everything ticking over as I go along. Alright, there we go. That is my study day done. So I ended up doing how many hours did I do? I'm not even really sure, but I ended up doing a good few hours. I was pretty happy with how it all went. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna go watch some YouTube now or something and then go to sleep. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, questions, comments, anything, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.